Hello and welcome back to this episode. So in this video, I'm going to show you yet another tool that is very similar to Jupyter Notebooks, with the difference that it is hosted in the cloud, and so you don't have to install anything. And it also comes with free GPUs and TPUs that you can use to perform computationally intensive um, operations. Okay, and the tool is called Colab. So you go to colab.research.google.com, and it is offered freely by Google. I don't know if you need to have a Google account or not. I haven't verified that, but if you have a Gmail account, just go to colab.research.google.com, and you should be able to create free notebooks. And so to create, you just click on new notebook, and the UI is very similar to the Jupyter notebooks that you installed locally. Okay, so this is Jupyter notebooks and this is Google Colabs. And just as you could change the notebook name by clicking in the title, you can also do the same thing by just clicking in the title here. So I'm going to call this Colab 101. You hit enter, and it is very similar. Okay, so what happens is you type your code in here, say welcome to Colab, you press shift enter, and it is going to send your command to a kernel that is running on Google servers, and it's going to execute it and bring the output to you. Notice, however, that your first command takes quite some time. Like the time between hitting shift and enter and seeing the result is quite significant, because of course it has to go to the Google server and certain things has to happen in the background. But it is very similar to the local installation of Jupyter notebooks that I showed you how to do in the previous video. So you might be wondering, when do you use a local installation of Jupyter notebooks and when do you use Colabs? And I would say whichever one favors you most, depending on circumstances. So for example, if you're doing any serious neural network stuff, you need GPUs, and not everyone has a GPU. I am fortunate to have a computer with GPUs in it at home, so I don't do my training on Colabs, especially if you are building something that you want to keep private, because of course if you do it on Colab, then your notebook, your code and everything is sitting on Google servers. Who knows what's going to happen? But if you don't mind, then you definitely, and I think when you are getting started, you shouldn't mind, because you are not building anything new that nobody has to know of. So definitely make good use of it. I'm going to show you how you can change the runtime. So if you want to use a TPU or a GPU, you come to, let me do that again. You go to runtime, you go to change runtime, and then hardware accelerator. Over here you can select whether you want to use a GPU or TPU. Now we are not doing any computationally intensive stuff, so I'm going to leave it at a default, which is definitely going to be a CPU. And if you want to use Markdown, you click in the cell and then you click on test. So then now you can do, this is Markdown in Colab, and shift enter, and it renders it just the same way it happened with the local installation of Jupyter Notebook. So this is just a very short video showing you what is available out there. And one more thing, once you expand this menu here, you have access to table of content, which is automatically drawn from the Markdown, like the arrangement of the Markdown. So you basically use Markdown headers to create a table of content so that people can click and browse to specific sections in your notebooks. Or there is also code snippets that shows you how to do common things like capture from camera and all those things. And you can also click on the file systems, where you are free to upload your files, and you can also download. So basically, if you want to upload your training data to the cloud, Google definitely supports this, and they give you some amount of disk space. I don't know if you will see if you hover. Yeah, so if you hover on it, it is telling you that Google has given me 107 gigabytes of storage free, and I also have about 12 gigabytes of RAM. So these are all free offerings that you are getting from Google, and you'll be able to upload your file. So if I want to upload, let's say, a CSV file, which is going to be the source of my data, I can do that. And if I also write if I write to any file from the notebook, it will show up here, and then I will be able to download it to my local system. So as you can see, they have some sample data files that you can play with, and you're able to download. So if I right click, I can download, delete, rename, copy, refresh, like basically just giving you the same features you have in your local file system. The difference is that now it is sitting on Google servers, and you have access to free GPUs and TPUs, which you might not have on your local machine. So this is basically Google Colabs. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.